Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our Nitrorcx RC tutorial section. Today we're going to be talking about two-speed transmissions, how they work, how they operate, and basically how to take them apart and adjust them. Alright, so to give you guys a better idea of what's actually going on, here's your engine with the two-speed clutch bell on there. This is your transmission sitting right there, on there. Basically what's happening is this clutch bell is spinning this large gear right here. That's spinning like that. It's spinning that centrifugal clutch. Basically, it's spinning like this. This is idling. Whoops. Sorry about that. This is idling. And when you get to a high enough RPM, that little shoe right there flies out, catches this right here, and grabs this gear. And both of these gears start spinning. Once both of these gears start spinning, you're running on a different gear ratio. You're going a little faster. So that is basically what's happening, and when you're adjusting that screw, you're adjusting how quickly or how late that clutch engages at that point. We get a lot of questions from customers saying, oh, their car won't shift into the second gear, and why isn't it shifting into the second gear? First thing you want to remember is that if your engine isn't tuned right, it's not going to shift into the second gear. This is a Rally Monster, and in the Rally Monsters, this two-speed transmission, the same transmission in the Forza, also the same transmission in your Ultra on-road car, and the Rally Monster, which is right here. You can see that this is a transmission. You got two gears, and it's running on a centrifugal clutch system. Right there, that silver piece, basically it's just like the clutch in your nitro engine. You got 2 feet on there. When your RPM spin high enough, the feet grab the second gear. Now if your engine's not tuned right and it's running real sluggish, you're not going to get the high enough RPMs for the clutch shoes to grab that second gear. So you always want to make sure engine's tuned really well before you start messing with the two-speed system. Now if you have your engine tuned right and you're still not getting into second gear, then you want to go on and check your clutch. So basically I have the transmission out right here. This one is taken apart. I'm going to take it apart for you guys. Basically this is a complete one. Remove these 2 screws and get that brake disc and caliper off. Remove the 2 cups and you have this. 2 more Phillips head screws and the transmission comes apart. So we're going to take a closer look at that two-speed system. Now you see here, that's your centrifugal clutch system. And you'll notice 2 Allen hex nuts or screws, grub screws right here. That center one is what holds the clutch onto the shaft. There's one on the side that's spring tensioned, and that adjusts the tension on your clutch shoes. Now if you see here, I'll push this down and you'll see that clutch shoe popping out. Now if the tension isn't tight enough, or if the tension's too tight, it's not going to fly out. So what you can do is, with your transmission still completely mounted, not taken apart, make sure it's the grub screw on the side, stick your 2.0 millimeter wrench in there, and turn it counterclockwise to loosen the spring tension. That way your clutch or your second gear will grab earlier. Tightening that screw will allow your transmission to shift into second gear at a higher RPM. Turning it counterclockwise will allow your transmission to shift at a lower RPM. So that's your basic system. Now if it's still not engaging, then something's wrong with your clutch system. This is a brand new one, but if you take a closer look, you'll probably see wear right here. If that bar is all worn out or it's all tore up, then most likely your transmission is bad and it's not going to grab that second gear, and you probably want to replace that one gear. So that's a simple teardown and breakdown of the two-speed transmission. But anyways, let's move on to the Mad Beast. We got the electric version here, which is also 2-speed. We have the nitro version here, also running a 2-speed. Some of the nitro versions have the reverse function in the transmission box, but the 2-speed system is going to be the same. I have here in my hand a transmission box from the Mad Beast with reverse. You can see the slipper clutch system up here, the brakes down here, and your transmission gears inside. This little rubber gasket thing, you can actually pull that off, and that's where you adjust your 2-speed from. Basically, same deal here. You want to be adjusting the screw that's on the side, not the center screw. Again, turning it clockwise tightens the spring, shifts later. Turning it counterclockwise loosens the spring, and you shift a lot earlier. Now I'm going to give you guys a closer look inside this transmission so you guys know what I'm talking about. So I have one torn down already. Same deal, remove the brakes, remove the slipper clutch, bunch of Phillips head screws on the side, 1, 2, 3, 4, on the other side, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get those all out, you'll have a parts mess like this, and then you can open it up. Once you open it up, you'll be looking at this, and your 2-speed system is right up in here. It's going to be the same centrifugal clutch system as the one in the 10 scale. This is just a bigger version in the 8 scale. So I'm going to remove that so you guys can get a closer look at what I'm talking about. Let me remove this plate so you guys get a closer view of what's going on in here. And as you can see, it's pretty much the same centrifugal clutch design as the ones in the 10 scales. Same deal, you got your center, I don't know if the camera guy can get that, you got your center grub screw that holds the centrifugal clutch system onto the shaft, and you have that grub screw on the side that is under a load. It's under tension by a spring in here. Basically tighten that or loosen it to change your shift points. Now again, you want to inspect it. You'll see 2 pins here. That's what the clutch shoe is grabbing onto. If your clutch shoes look bad or the pins are worn out, you won't grab that second gear. So there it is, guys. That's the 2-speed transmission. Oh, one thing I want to mention is you don't need to take your transmission out to adjust the 2-speed. Real simply, if you want to adjust it on the fly, you can pick your car up. This is the Rally Monster. The Forza chassis plate is going to be the same with the Ultra on-road car. Come in here. If you look in here, you're looking for that little clutch under this chassis. So basically, if I turn it a little bit, I'll be able to see it. Just remember not to turn the one that's in the center. Turn the one that's a little off center. Stick your 2mm wrench in there, turn it clockwise or counterclockwise. Again, clockwise is to tighten it, which is a higher shift point. Counterclockwise is to loosen it, and you get a faster shift point. Now for the Mad Beast, over here, this is the gas version. It's a little dirty, sorry about that, guys. But basically, that little rubber gasket that I pulled off earlier is right here on the side. So pull that little rubber gasket off, whoops, and stick your 2mm wrench in there. You gotta turn the gear to find the grub screw. Once you find that grub screw, same deal, the one that's off center, stick your 2mm wrench in there. Clockwise is a higher shift point, counterclockwise is a lower shift point. So hopefully this little tutorial gives you guys a better understanding of your 2-speed clutch system, how to adjust it, and remember, make sure your engine is tuned right before you go on and adjust this. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for other videos, and be sure to check out all our other tutorial videos on nitrorcx.com. See you guys later.